It's time for some hoops at the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Right now, the Hornets are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. And in sixth place in the East, they're a team that's not quite in that top tier, but when they put it together, watch out.
And Kevin, so far they've split the season series with these guys. Drama starts, gets a little ramped up now. 2 games left against them, so this one is big in terms of their personal battle this year.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, if you have any wrinkles, any special strategies you want to employ, now's the time to use them. I mean, this is a pivotal game in their 4 contests this season. This is when you want to pull out all the stops.
Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Ross and Johnson, they're the forwards. And it's Fry in at the center. Now here's Walker, following the miss by DeRozan. And he gets it to go.
Beautiful dish down low.
And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Kemba Walker, quick, great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Up off the screen. And there's Zeller. And that's good on the assist by Walker. Here comes Kyle Lowry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Yeah, no question, you look at his assist totals, and they tell you what a nice job he was doing with really spreading that ball around.
Deep 2 from Ross. Gets to the corner and buries it. Ross has got his first bucket of the night. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Walker. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson, a screen on DeRozan. Lock at 6. Jefferson's shot is off. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Boston Celtics.
And across the board in that game, they just shot the lights out. They had a fantastic offensive night.
Yeah, rarely do you see a team get that hot in total. I mean, everybody was knocking them down. They were spraying it from everywhere.
Inside, here's Stevenson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Lowry against Walker. Lowry passes to Johnson. Raptors moving the ball around. Lowry against Walker. A rebound by Jefferson. Hornets trail by 3. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. No good. Now go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
And he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Thank you, Doris. And Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. Fades. Good on the shot.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan. Johnson with a screen on Stevenson. Fry with the ball. Jefferson picks him up. Fry dishes to Ross. From outside, off the mark. Charlotte trailing. Stevenson kicks to Kid Gilchrist. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Tell some of the numbers NBA wingman have been putting up from the field this season are Have a look at the top shooters among them. You take a look at Ross. So solid around the basket, currently third in the league.
And that tells you about those players' ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. Because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
But you also have to have an excellent outside shot, and all of them do it. Small forwards, you have to be reliable from the perimeter as well.
Walker the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the win.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
The feed to Ross. Ross gets a screen from front. Ross dishes two to Rosen. Into Johnson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
So you can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Hornets trailed by 3. Outside, Walker. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Here's Fry, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Carving out some space and eating a little glass at the offensive end while he's doing it.
You got it with a ferocious follow.
Yeah, but just another day at the office for him. That's what he does.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Jefferson. Comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Gary Neal's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Walker. And then for Toronto, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Johnson. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. A nice shot. Raptors leading by 3.
Well, Cody Zeller out of Indiana, the younger brother of Tyler Zeller, was drafted in 2012. Cody at 6'11" played center for the Hoosiers, more of a power forward than at the ability.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Mark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
The pass to Anderson. Kicks it to the knee. Pass to Anderson. Lets it go from deep, and the basket good. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And as most of you know, Cody Zeller from a family of 7-footers with older, bigger brothers. He had developed his guard skills and learned to score away from the basket.
You know, Kevin, he actually played point guard on his high school JV team going back a few years. So he has the skills to play the floor. He's an underrated athlete, too. I thought that was really cool. I like that.
And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Oakland's checked in. Here's Neal. It's all evened up.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
There's 48 seconds left in the first. Vasquez kicks to Williams. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Zeller grabs the board. An even 3-on-3 break from 12 feet out. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Williams kicks to Vasquez. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Williams. It's up a 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Ryan Roberts out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Williams. And it's Jefferson in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Fry passes to Valanciunas. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys. Black hole in their last game against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He ended with 14 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. We played at a level that very few players are capable of playing for.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
And he finishes nicely on the way. Fry's got 8 points.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. Once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And Walker kicks to Neal. Dishes to Jefferson. Shot to that. DeRozan passes to front. Three-pointer. With the second effort. And good on the basket. Hook it. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Well, the Bobcats then, now Hornets might have been a little bit late to the analytics movement, but that's going on in the NBA all over the place. And they're full-time on it now.
Yeah, they're all over it. Last season they had a half dozen of their staff devoted to analytics. Al Jefferson is really a unique scorer inside. He doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. He doesn't tally that many assists. What he does do is make shots inside while taking great care of the basket.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. And Stevenson comes in for Gary Neal. DeRozan against Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get the...
Nice.
And a tight game here as we get...
Well, guys, I'm here.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to...
And it's been a close one so far. Really an incredible game from Black Hole.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or inside, he was taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with him.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan, there's the backcourt. Ross and Johnson there, the forwards. And it's Fry in at the 5, roaming the bench. Stevenson dishes to Zeller. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Stevenson. 6. And it's Walker penetrating. And that one hits back iron.
That's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
High in the post. He's against Zeller. Tries it from 9. That's good. That's 12 points for Black Hole. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Now here's Walker. Right now averaging 15 points a game. Stevenson passes to Walker. Pulls it up. 6 on the shot clock. With that shot, the Raptor lead is down to 1, and the bucket from Stevenson. Rondo shooting well, 50% from the floor. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Ross gets a screen from front. Back to Lowry. Feeds to Ross. Outside DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Johnson dishes to Lowry. Here's Fry. Good. Fry's got 14.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
In the corner, it's Stevenson. Stevenson left side. Walker's shot is off.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Walker. And DeRozan. Here we go. Pass to Ross. Back to Lowry. He kicks it to DeRozan. He feeds it to Johnson. A 3. And it's DeRozan missing.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Walker's shot is off.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Ross with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ross has got 10.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Up top, Stevenson. DeRozan defending. To Stevenson. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Trying his luck deep. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. With a second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road streak. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to Miami.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jefferson. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. Lance Stevenson, 3rd.
That list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. And the way these guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is really a thing of beauty.
And Steve, if you want to take your place among the great shooting guards in the NBA, you have to be able to do more than score. You got to pass it as well. And a lot of these guys can't.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, DeMar DeRozan with great size at the shooting guard position. Recently, he's looked to exploit that advantage in the post. He said, quote, I look at guys like Kobe. And as they started to get older, they got better in the low block. I looked at it as, quote, if I get better at it now, that's going to be a benefit for me later. Guys, he's already seeing the dividends paid.
Getting close range buckets and getting to the line, Doris. That's helping his efficiency. Thanks.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. They're getting after it. They're starting to run a little bit low on energy possibly.
The dish to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Stevenson. That's to Jefferson. It's holding by Fry. Fry's got rebound number 11 in here tonight.
3 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Johnson kicks to DeRozan. Johnson with a screen on Stevenson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Marvin Williams is checked in for Cody Zeller. Henderson comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Gary Neal's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Walker. And then for Toronto, Cal Jones is checked in for Johnson. Williams comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry.
Al Jefferson is the mayor of the left block. Has that signature right-handed jump hook, which is virtually impossible to stop. Kind of like a one-handed push shot, if you compared it to anything. With his size and really high release, it's still hard to get to if you're defending.
Roberts, and he hits it to tie the game up.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Here's Fry. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Roberts, guarded by Vasquez. Roberts passes to Jefferson. Neal dishes to Roberts. Excellent D there from Fry. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The feed to Vasquez. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. There's 48 seconds left in the third. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And an opportunity to check out some stats on Gerald Henderson. Now the second half was shaped up for him, averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to under-promise and over-deliver. You want to exceed expectations. Maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Here's Fry. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Fry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
Are you sensing or feeling the theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why not? That's 8 straight points in the paint for this team. We're making this a very physical battle.
On the wing, Williams. The pass to Vasquez. Back to Williams. Vasquez kicks to Williams. Here's DeRozan. No good on the buzzer beater. And let's quickly have a look at the stats to the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yeah, it's the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard. Serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
We've got Henderson. Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Walker in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Neal dishes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Walker with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Nobody near. Kidd-Gilchrist finds himself wide open and drills it. Kidd-Gilchrist has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hornets. Outside Lowry. It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's Fry. And good. That the English that time as it falls. Fry's got 12 points here in the second half. Hornets trail by 6. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Henderson. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Fry's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lowry gets a screen from Fry. A fadeaway. No good. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
You know, that Atlanta game has a lot of attention on it.
Kicks the knee. Passes it to Henderson. Here's Neal. Shoots it up. And count it from 19 feet away. Jefferson is checked in for Henderson. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Gary Neal. Raptors also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ross in for Lou Williams. Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. Right side, DeRozan. The 9-foot shot. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costly. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Rejected by Fry. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Stevenson. And Ross with the slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Stevenson against DeRozan. Stevenson passes to Kid Gilchrist. Outside, Walker. Nobody near Stevenson. The offensive rebound. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Check out the game for Jefferson. He's got 13 points and 2 rebounds.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him up in his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with this progress.
Hornets trailed by 8. Outside, Walker. Stevenson outside. Kid Gilchrist, a screen on Ross. Lets it go from 14. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And guys, when you look at DeRozan, where can he take the next step?
Well, he has the physical tools to be an elite perimeter defender. He's made strides, definitely. He has the potential, I think, to be even better than what he is right now.
Walker with it. Lowry picks him up. Doubled by Fry. And it's Walker penetrating. And Kid Gilchrist takes to Walker. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Fry.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Don't get those goals.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
And that one's good by Stevenson.
That is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Lowry dishes to Fry. Feeds it to Johnson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure you feed him something.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on him.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
Lowry kicks to Ross. Fry passes to to DeRozan. Now, here's Fromm. He's covered closely. And DeMar DeRozan, the bucket on the assist by Fromm. 17 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Walker dishes to Jefferson. From 13. And it falls over the rim and in.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he's finding it very difficult to score here in the fourth.
DeRozan with the screen for Lowry. He dishes it to DeRozan. There's the block. And he's able to get it back. Count the bucket. Hornets trail by 9. Dishes it to Jefferson. Baseline jumper. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 5 assists in the game. Raptors are gone 5 of 11 on the field in the fourth quarter. And finished off by DeRozan.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Jefferson's shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue to work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Ross against Walker. 5 on the clock. The drive by Lowry. Here's Fry. Dashes in for a double-digit lead. Fry's got 14 points here in the second half.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Jefferson with it. Now guarded by Fry. Jefferson missing again.
I don't know if it's just maybe he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. The shooting has really suffered. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, going through the motions. As it appears, it'll be a nice win here for Toronto.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
They will walk out of here riding high today. Big win over a conference foe that they split their previous 2 meetings with.
Steve, one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they can build off this win and beat them a third time.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Black Hole. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Zeller. Charlotte no good that time either.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Outside Lowry. And so Toronto takes this by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, all night long you were able to control the glass. Visibly winded warrior here. How were you able to get so many shots off the iron?
I just try to be quick off my feet, basically. You know, as long as I bump a guy, throw him off balance a little bit, I can start to hit over, grab boards. I know it's a big part of what our team needs, and I'm happy to provide.
Mission accomplished tonight. Congratulations. Kev, over to you.
And as always, Dort.
It must have been that girl I met at that restaurant on 89th. I knew I shouldn't trust her. I left my phone on the table while I was talking to a friend. She sent messages to all my clients. This is all on me. 100% my fault. He was just playing. He knew we'd never discuss another team while we're still under contract here. You gotta believe me, man.
So, is that how this all went down? Just a big misunderstanding that started with a stolen cell phone?
Man, I got no idea what homeboy over here selling about some stolen phone or some lady, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. This here is a business, all right? And I gotta do what's best for me and my future. I'd be stupid not to. Now, if you wanna make sure I'm here next season, I suggest you open up that checkbook of yours and get these numbers right. But if not, hey, that's fine. I'ma ball out for you while I'm still here, while I'm under contract, but I'll find somebody that's gonna pay me what I'm worth. If you don't want to. Understand?
Oh, I understand. We understand each other perfectly. So, let's just finish the season hard and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, fine by me.
I suggest you password protect that phone of yours.
Already done.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just swing to the left, swing to the right. Make it feel good. Feel alright. One.